Joining us now, Irene and Luke Brake. Luke's parents were visiting them in Kerrville and are still missing. Thank you both so much for being with us. I am so sorry that it's under these circumstances. Luke, I do want to start with you. Talk to me about the last time you spoke with your parents, and have you heard from authorities about this search for them?
So my parents came in July 3rd. We went fishing, had a barbecue. I invited them down, so on. We hung out all night. We all went to bed about midnight. We were alerted to the flood. We jumped out of bed. I called my brother who lives in Fort Worth, said, hey, call mom and dad, tell them to don't come down and check on us, to stay where they're at and evacuate. So my brother spoke to my parents about 4:44 a.m. on July 4th. Once I was able to get her and our dogs to higher ground, because we opened our door, we're neck deep in the flood.
Wow.
Our motorhome was already floating away. So I got her in the Jeep and the dogs, got them up to higher ground. 7 to 8 minutes later, I ran around to their campground where they're staying at Barnuminiums at the HTR. And about 4:52, 4:53, I called my brother and said, man, it's all gone. Not that it was underwater, it was gone.
It wasn't physically...
So their Barnuminiums floated in front of our RV park past us as we were trying to evacuate.
Wow, so you went looking for your parents and they were in an RV, you said, and you just, it wasn't there.
We were in our motorhome. They were in a tiny home, rented.
Irene,
I rented a tiny home for our parents.
I mean, you both barely escaped the floods yourselves. Irene, can you talk to me about what you were thinking when all of this was happening?
So I was awoken to people screaming, and I woke my husband up, and he ran outside to see what was going on. I just immediately got dressed and I called 911 because I didn't know what was going on, but I knew we needed rescue. Somebody needed something. And I'm 5'6", but as soon as I walked out the door, the water was already to my belly button. And we got our dogs out. I got in my vehicle. He literally had to push my vehicle up to get me moving, so I could get some traction. My Jeep was floating. So if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have gotten out. But the water was rising so quickly and moving so violently that it was chaos, and it was so hard because you see the people in their RVs floating past you, but you can't get to them. You can't get to them because of how violently the river was flowing down. It was devastating.
I mean, just devastating to hear you say you were awoken by the screams. When did you all manage to leave?
We didn't leave the site. We were there until 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock in the morning.
Just trying to see if we could catch somebody or... Yeah. Everybody knows what a motorhome and an RV park looks like, and vacation rentals, Airbnbs, it's gone. It's not that there's one or two left. They're all gone. Not some gone. 100% everything's gone.
I mean, all you could hear is the people screaming for help, but you would hear trees snapping, and then you would hear just the crush of these tiny cabins. They were being crushed as they swept away, or the RVs just crashing into each other, into the trees, and just coming apart.
I mean, these are your parents, Luke and Irene. What do you and your family need most right now?
Prayers.
Prayers, absolutely. And so many are praying for both of you. How are you feeling in this moment?
Well, I'm hoping for closure, like many families. There was that camp with the young girls. As a parent myself, I'm back in town. For the first time, I'm gonna be able to hug my sons, Patrick and Boss, my parents, grandkids. I'm here for one day. I'm going back down. My instinct personally is everybody who has somebody missing, they get closure. Good, not so good, but they get closure instead of the unknown. I don't want this to be done with the unknown. I want some sort of closure.
Yeah, well, we are all praying for you. Thank you for sharing your story, especially at a time like this. Irene and Luke Brake, we really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you to everyone that's reached out.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.